Young people out there need to start weighing up their options. Either you want to live a life and carve out a life for yourself that will make your family proud, or you want to run around on the streets in the midst of a pandemic and potentially risk your life because someone dissed you on Snapchat or Insta or Facebook or even made a snide comment in the heat of the moment. People are literally getting murdered for the most silliest of reasons, and there comes a point when you have to take a step back and reevaluate your priorities. So, this is the first picture of an 18-year-old teenager named locally as Hani Solomon, who was stabbed during a fight near Parsons Green tube station in southwest London. Now, first thing I want to say is condolences to his friends and family for their loss. But this is another case of a teenager making the wrong decision. There's no laws out here when you become involved in this kind of fast lifestyle, and I guarantee the victim, once on the losing end of the spectrum, would not be okay with how things turned out. There's no timeouts in this lifestyle, and there's definitely not a reset button. No one wants to be stabbed, no one wants to be beaten up, no one wants to be a victim, but you can't have it both ways either. You can't engage in so-called beef and then call it quits when you're on the losing end. And again, whenever a person is lost to violence, it's the surrounding community that have to deal with the pain and the grief and the aftermath. That's your friends, your family, and your neighbours. Again, Hani Solomon was only 18 years old. He was 3 weeks away from celebrating his 19th birthday, and he had just bought his first car. Friends and family say he had the ambition to go into business and actually make something of himself. Friends and family also described the young man as a good guy who showed the same love and the same respect to everyone. However, somewhere along the line, something went wrong. Now, we don't know the situation as to how or why the fight broke out near the tube station, or the circumstances as how to Hani Solomon got involved in the fight, or even the reason the teenager tragically lost his life in the first place, and it's not for me to speculate either. But what we do know is the young man got himself into a situation which caused him to have a brawl in such a public space. A witness who lives right by Parsons Green's tube station described how he had seen a fight involving 6 people break out opposite his home. He also recalled how he attempted to get the gang to stop fighting by shouting at them to stop, before one person collapsed and then 3 people fled the scene. So far, police have arrested a 23-year-old man on suspicion of murder who brought himself into the hospital for treatment, as he too had suffered a stab wound during the altercation. Reports say he remains in hospital, but his condition is understood not to be life-threatening. Also, a 3rd person was stabbed during the incident. This was a 20-year-old victim who was taken to hospital but has since been discharged. According to some of the people that knew the 18-year-old best, they said he was not in a gang life. He did not have an alias or even a tag. He did nothing illegal, nothing on the wrong path. Again, no one deserves to have their life ended in such a way. And again, when situations like these crop up, there are no winners. All I can say is again, condolences to his friends and family, and people stay safe. Safe.